Today's lesson is on cutting. So we're going to start an athletic stance, and to start my first movement, I want to take a positive step, which means I don't take a step backwards and then go forwards. My first step is directly forward. Once I take this step forward, I'm going to take 3 steps in a 45-degree angle. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to plant my outside foot. So if I'm going right, I'm going to plant my right foot. And I'm going to plant and make a sharp cut at a 45-degree angle. And I'm going to try to make my first step out of this cut as long as possible. The last thing to keep in mind about cutting is the quicker that you can cut and the sharper that you can cut, the better your cut will be.
大家好，我是李群。我们下一步就是一起来挑战连续做20次的空切动作。可以一直做到对面的底线，我们可以连续做20次。
Today's lesson is on stationary dribbling. The first thing you have to do is get in an athletic stance, back straight, facing forward, bent knees. Once you're in this position, it's important to remember that you can control the ball with the finger pads of your hand, not your fingertips, not your palm, right in the middle. As you're dribbling, the power comes from your entire arm. It doesn't come from your wrist, it doesn't come from just your shoulder, it comes from all the muscles in your arm. When you dribble, make sure that your hand is going directly up and directly down. You want the ball to be bouncing straight up and straight down. The last part to your stationary dribbling is to have your offhand up. Your offhand is the hand that's not dribbling the ball. It's important to use your offhand to ward off other defenders. When you're dribbling, try to make sure that you're dribbling the ball up to your waist every time. You don't want to go too low, you don't want to go too high.
大家好，我是李群。今天我们的挑战项目就是原地运球挑战。那我们右手的高运球5次，之后我们在运球的过程当中，我们左手要学会如何去保护球。之后我们再挑战左手50次高运球，始终要大臂。之后我们再挑战50次低运球。看到我们的站姿要挺胸、收火、抬头都是一样的。那我们在左手低运球。等你来挑战。
Now that we've learned stationary dribbling, we're going to learn how to do some moves while in the stationary position. The 3 moves we're going to work on: 1 is the crossover, 2 is through the legs, 3 behind the back. When you're doing the crossover, when the ball is in your right hand, you want to bounce the ball, switch to your left, and as the ball bounces on the floor, it should bounce directly between your 2 feet. Every time you have a change of direction, your offhand needs to go with the ball. So if I have the ball in my right hand and I cross over to my left, my right hand now becomes my offhand. For through the legs, you might want to spread your feet out a little bit, but you don't have to. So as you're going through the legs, you want to bounce the ball directly in between your feet and also directly between your toes and your heel. And as you do this move, you also want to switch your offhand. The last move is behind the back. The ball should land directly between your 2 feet and it should be right behind your heels. And the same thing with your offhand.
大家好，我是李群。今天我们要挑战的是3种变向运球。那我们把这3个变向可以连起来一起做。好，今天这3种变向，我希望每个人都能挑战 连续做50次。